Well, we now move down to southeast England to Ascot for the Crown Inn Handicap. 2 mile 2 furlongs, 3-year-olds and upwards over firm ground. Number 1, Amphibian for Martin Leadham. Number 2, Fondant Roly Poly, Matt Cooper. Number 3, Paper Rose, Pontypool Racing. Number 4, Day by Day for D. Hooley. Number 5, Historian Classical for Pontypool Racing. Number 6, Babylon Hall for Dan Solaris. Stable Companion Woodwork Capybara. Number 7 with Reichfall. Number 8 for Nick Driver. And number 9, Confidante Footsie for Alex Cherry. They're all lined up in the stalls. And they're off, racing. Reichfall getting out the stalls first, but a reluctant leader as now Fondant Roly Poly looks to take up the running in the red jacket. With further back Babylon Hall also disputing. Further back then Confidante Footsie joining the group of 3, but then a small gap then to Amphibian, who sits in 4th along with Day by Day. Further back Historian Classical, the grey, only grey in the field. Representing Graham Clutterbuck with 2 horses in this race, and they're both at a line astern with Paper Rose and Reichfall now second from last, with Woodwork Capybara last of the runners. As they now make their way slightly uphill, the crowd's watching on as Fondant Roly Poly continues to lead this field, with Confidante Footsie in second place along with Babylon Hall. And then a small slender gap then to Day by Day and Historian Classical, with Paper Rose further back. Amphibian and Reichfall disputing. Woodwork Capybara still the back marker. They take the turn to the right-hand side. Fondant Roly Poly sticking to that inside rail, and for good measure, he's currently on his own, is Fondant Roly Poly. His third start in Starters Orders League racing with Confidante Footsie. He sat in second place. Between the gap between first and second amassing to approximately 3.5-4 lengths, with Babylon Hall currently locked into third, with a small gap then to Historian Classical. Day by Day also in the middle of the pack with Amphibian and Paper Rose together. Reichfall still second from last at the moment. Woodwork Capybara still remains the back marker. They're inside the final 10, approximately 1.5 miles to go, and it is still Fondant Roly Poly who leads the way. The grandstand now disappearing from view ever so slightly as they look to take the other side of the racetrack, with Confidante Footsie still holding on to that second spot for Alex Cherry, who celebrated a victory already this week. So now they take the other side of the circuit with just one half of the circuit still to go. It is still Fondant Roly Poly out in front. Confidante Footsie a few lengths back. Babylon Hall in third in the pink jacket. Now starting to move up slightly as Historian Classical, and now being asked for a little bit more here as it now creeps into 4th on its own ahead of Day by Day. In the purple jacket also now being pushed ever so slightly. Amphibian also there. Reichfall starting to move into contention as well, just in behind the midfield runners, and getting pulled up there slightly as Historian Classical on that inside rail, just swallowed up and boxed in between horses, that being Confidante Footsie and Babylon Hall. Fondant Roly Poly still out in front, but the gap now between first and second has drastically come down. They're going to take the final turn before they then sprint towards home. Paper Rose now starting to push forwards now for Graham Clutterbuck, hogging that inside rail now and looking to dispute over with Confidante Footsie in second place, and now takes up the running for second. Right now it's Stable Companion Historian Classical also there, and Nick Driver's mount Reichfall in the pink cap now starting to come into view as Fondant Roly Poly looks to be losing out on its first place spot that it's held ever since the start of this race. Here comes now through between horses Historian Classical, who now takes up the running. Day by Day now out of nowhere moves into second as well and disputing over the lead. Further back Reichfall into third. Here comes Paper Rose as well in 4th at the same time, but Historian Classical looking to break clear, dropping back his Day by Day. They got half a furlong still to run, and Reichfall starts to burst through the field in the pink cap. Nick Driver's mount sprinting up towards the line. It's Reichfall who wins the Crown Inn Handicap. A brilliant performance from Reichfall, declaring itself a winner here for Nick Driver. Also incredible efforts from Graham Clutterbuck's Paper Rose and Historian Classical. They'll finish second and third, but it's Reichfall your winner here in the Crown Inn Handicap at Ascot.